Hello, Pep. Just about Zinchenko. Do you remember like the moment when and how do you realize that Zinchenko can play as a left back? I reckon that it was last season.
It was last season. Last season, played many players, many games with Fabian, and I had the feeling that he's a guy who understands everything so quick. He always played with a lot of higher percent of the attention, and that's why he played, because he didn't play with us in that position, not just in Carabao Cup in the first stage or second stage. He played last season, this season, important games, really important games, and always he was stable. He played good, and only my advice is be calm now and start to what you have to do, and when that's happened, we can count on him.
And you have praised his attitude, but in footballing terms, inside the pitch, which quality would you say that's the best?
He's clever, so normally he's a guy who plays in position number 10, when the spaces are smaller. So in that position, he's have more space to watch it, and he's clever, he's quick. His own decisions, to take decisions is nice. Is good. He make us play quicker in that position, and defending is he apply. His focus, and we don't forget he played 120 minutes against Pedro, and after against William, and sometimes against Hazard, and after Hudson-Odoi when he's so fast in the last minutes, and he controlled them, all of them, and it means a lot. It means a lot in Champions League, play important games in Champions League, and he played good. So it's a good news on that. Because now Mendy's coming back. Fabi, the last 2 or 3 days, he trained really well, and that's why we can, with this absence that we have, we can use many other situations, and we can help us to play and play and play every 3 days.
Hi, Pep. Paul Hurst from The Times. You brought Danilo on for Fernandinho to play in that role on Sunday. Were you happy with what you saw from him, and does he have those attributes to kind of play in that position?
Well, yeah. Danny played in Santos in that position, so he knows a little bit there. But the reason why I thought in the first instinct to play against with Phil in helping there with Fernandinho was that. But after that, we didn't have much control. In extra, I think the last 20-25 minutes the game, Chelsea was better, but in the extra time we had the control again, but with a lot to check with the other one, the set pieces, it was a massive point in that period, and Danilo is stronger in that position. That's why I was thinking with Mikel, we thought about more in control, because in the last minutes always there are more corners than usual, more free kicks than usual, like more fall than usual, and in that position they are taller than us, and that's why we use Danilo than Phil in that position. But he can play there.
In terms of your options, Fernandinho
of course he can play there. He play Gundogan, he can play Fabian Delph. I think Alex, he can play there in that position too. So we can play with 2 players. Kevin can play there. So we're going to find the right decision. Hopefully it can work.
Hi, Pep. Before Manchester City appointed Manuel Pellegrini, you were very much in their mind to take over at the club. Did the work that he did here in those 3 years, did he pave the way for the success that we've seen under you?
Of course. All the players I have in our hands now, they work with other managers, and they learn a lot with other managers. And that managers, I am benefit from that. So of course they did it. So the same. Since the last decade, and we are involved with Mancini, with Manuel, and myself, with all the staff and all the players, we create like Manchester City. So I didn't build Manchester City, so I didn't create it. So many incredible players and managers, everybody do something, and hopefully we can give something for the next one. Do that. That is the best we can do as a manager. Give something, leave something for the club. And of course, I got something like Manuel did here.
And one of the players you inherited from him was Raheem Sterling. Another great day for him on Sunday. He seemed to improve on every single season under you so far. Where do you think he can go in world football?
I think I don't know. he is going to do that. I cannot anticipate it, how far. His career is but I admire that the fact in this kind of situation they take a responsibility. So the fact to say I want to hit the last penalty or even the first one, or take that responsibility and say no, I want to take that just means a lot. With a young guy with 23, 24 years old that he has, I think that is magnificent, because I think he enjoy more his career for himself. Of course, help us a lot, but so he will retire and said, I take responsibility, I was brave at that, the courage and the big ones. Always these kind of players are judges, not be judges for this kind of actions. For the basketball, the last second, who is the taker in the last action. That just means the big difference. The penalty in the final, the World Cup, who is the taking one. So that makes a difference. To be a good player and a player above. No? You have the feeling with a penalty and they say everybody has doubts. I'm going to do that. That is massive. That is good.
Is he appreciated enough outside of this club? Obviously, you appreciate him a lot. You said there was no way you would sell him, and there were doubts before. But is he appreciated enough on a wider scale?
He has to be not concerned or worried about that, because all you have to do is the people doesn't care about your value or anything. Okay, a new challenge to face, to say, okay, I'm going to show you how good you are. Like I didn't convince you before. But important is the opinion that they have the staff and especially his mates. So at the end, the most satisfaction one player can be is when his mates give credit what you do with them on the pitch, and of course the relation of the pitch. That is the best one, the best prize you can get like a football player.
Hi, Pep. With Manuel coming back for the first time, do you think the situation back in 2016, and particularly the speculation with you and Bayern Munich and what was going on at the time, do you think that made it harder for him in his final season? And do you wish things had been done a little bit differently, maybe?
So I don't know. I think the decision was consulted for both parts or three parts. I think everybody was honest in that. So, but I don't know really. So Manuel can answer. See what happened. I'm sorry. Mm-hmm. So the intention was not, create problems when he was here and I was coming here. So I don't know really.
Because he just won the League Cup at that point and he was on for all 4 trophies but only ended up getting 1 trophy. Do you think maybe what was going on at that time maybe didn't help him very much?
I don't know. He can answer that. I was in Munich, so I don't know what happened really in the locker room and what is the reason why. If it was the reason, I think nobody can know it. I'm sorry, I apologize, but I didn't, because always was in front of him, I think so, and everybody was honest to tell him what happened. But really, it's an answer from Manuel. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah.